Boo!
But it turned out way long, so I'm so sorry.
No
That's
worries.
why I'm also.
The more I have to work with, the better.
1,
Okay.
3,
This is also
2,
the reason
1.
why it, I've been so quiet. Is because I'm working on the lore to
Alright.
give you. So.
Are we good to go?
Now.
Alright, welcome back to Magic and Masterminds Episode 8, Part 3!
It's
Where we last left off, we determined that a small spherical item was the thing that got the stolen in. Now we pick up, reconvening outside the shop,
No, hey.
so that we can all discuss these developments. Iriel managed to turn herself back into a human, and Navi has taken over Hold the Velvet duty.
So, would our good friend
Also, I
have
think Jack
been...
healed her wound, so
would our good friend have been, rested?
he's fine now.
Yeah. So, we know how they got in, and we know that they managed to steal... What was it again?
The orb.
Why does that sound so ominous?
I do
The
not know.
orb.
As I said, I do not know what it is with the magic users and their crystal balls.
Well, we have a magician right here. Ask Devin.
And I have no idea what you're talking about crystal balls.
Running joke, anyway.
Now, I guess we need to know what to do about Velvet. Cecily says, looking over at Velvet with a tired face.
We take her to jail and subject her to questioning about where her associates are.
Possibly figure out how to get her away from said associates.
If that's going to be one of your prerogatives, whatever. As long as they're behind bars to face their crimes, that's all that's needed.
Sort of glances over at Velvet for a moment, trying to gauge her. Because she's very quiet all of a sudden, actually.
Navi actually went back up through the ladder and managed to get a candy from the old couple, so she's sucking a lollipop.
All the while, Iril's just
Also got one for Iriel.
okay, Iril's also sucking on the sucker happily, oh my god, this thing is amazing. What is this? What is this magnificent thing that I've never had before?
It's and Aldrin just sort of glances back at the just sort of glances back at the rest of them, and states, "Did you find any leads as to where the perpetrators may have gone?"
Unfortunately, no. I don't have any magical traces on this person or thief. And in terms of what this object does outside of protecting us from the outside world,
it is simply put, I believe it to be a power source of immense power.
That's what power sources tend to be.
And if logic serves me correct, I have a feeling that they removed it for that specific purpose, and that's not a good feeling.
The sort of magic that was being used to guard it was far more powerful than your average street magician. Even you, dare I say, probably even excuse me, probably even a master wizard.
Yeah, and I doubt I would be able to do anything of that caliber, considering I'm a fresh recruit out of the police academy.
Most importantly, however, he just sort of he just sort of looks up and around a little bit on that end. There is only two reasons as to why the power source may be taken, or perhaps they are joined in some way. But number one, They need power for a much larger and more impressive spell. Number 2, they intend on weakening the defenses. It is possible that their motivation could benefit from both.
Yeah, I get the.
Raku is a pretty magical place. From what I understand, it's on some ley lines or something.
Yep.
No matter what.
That was Navi actually saying that, so.
Yeah. Either way, that makes our job harder.
Well, and not having a trace as to where this person could have gone, much less. And we know what they've stolen, and unless there's a way to track that level of magical energy, and there doesn't even seem to be any residue left over after a night's stay.
Residue, no. We know that they must be powerful, however. Enough to be able to magically resist enough to actually magically resist the defenses.
Yes, and conceal the magical energies to hide their escape route.
We also don't know if this orb was the only thing they needed.
Well, for something so heavily guarded, I'm gonna go ask. So I walk away and back over to where the old lady is.
He just pauses for a moment and states,
She was kind of sitting on the couch, but then she goes to check at the door. Go ahead, Tim.
Also, Aldrin just sort of glances over at Iriel and leans over to Cicely and states, "Keep an eye on her. Ensure she is not taken by any other forces.
Roger.
If they are looking for raw magical power, I can think of no better than a draconic kind."
If you want to have your own accent on it.
Forward and nods.
And he just sort of starts to walk off. "I will attempt to investigate on my own, and also attempt to earn enough money to brew another potion."
You guys do realize we get paychecks from the Arakan Police Department, right?
Glances back. Glances back for a moment.
Oh yeah, we do. I forgot to mention it to you.
I would facepalm if I weren't holding a magical creature right now.
He legitimately just sort of looks back and states, "Trust me, the amount I need for the ingredients is going to be far more than this paycheck offers."
Also, Niv, if that was in character, I totally feel like after she said that, Velvet would face palm for her, she brings her hand up to her
Velvet
face.
just takes Navi's hand, brings it up toward where she thinks her face is, but it's actually her forehead.
And that works.
Mesca, why are you in the street?
What?
Why are you...
Niv, did you read the chat?
Okay, let's see here. Mask the thing and versus this thing, which I need to do with that. Maska, you kinda tumble to avoid a car, and as the car goes by, you notice it knocks some dust around. You feel like if there was a trail, it probably got knocked aside by the traffic a while ago.
Oh, that was worthless.
Still nothing?
No. This guy's pretty good.
Great. This is exactly the impression that we need.
I mean, don't we work for a police department? Can't we just bring what we've learned to them and be like, hey, can we do the thing?
More investigation, more research on the investigation.
Well, that's a given.
Can we leave behind Nevin?
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Let's do it anyways.
Maska, for once, I would agree with you, but for now, we're following what Captain Drillhammer.
Yeah, and that doesn't involve Nevin.
Sadly, it does.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
Speaking of Nevin, the old lady lets you in again.
Aye, yes, just some follow-up questions after some of the things that we've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've found out that whoever it is that managed to break in and take your object had some sort of ability to, I want to say, negate the magical energies around them, since it is such a powerful object. But what kind of object are we looking for in itself? Is it actually just a spherical kind of object?
She nods. It does produce a kind of glow, though.
Glow.
You'll usually know it when you see it.
Okay, any kind of coloring to the glow?
It's a very blue glow, kind of hums.
Okay, so a humming, blue glowing crystal orb.
She nods.
And if removed from said pedestal, would the magic that surrounds it be removed in any way, shape, or form?
She shakes her head. You would have to destroy it in order for the magic to fade.
Well, that's hoping whether they're not trying to do that, or if they haven't done that. Didn't see any shards on the ground. Well, thank you very much for all this. This has been very helpful.
She nods. Do try and find it quickly. I hate for something to happen.
I agree. By the way, is there any more of those kinds of artifacts around the city that possible future attempts at these could be?
She nods. There's a total of 10 of them in all.
10. And I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you don't know where the other 9 are.
She shakes her head. The only people who know where all 10 of them are located are the council.
The council. And there's no getting to talk to those guys. Especially not the fresh recruit and a bunch of misfit nobodies. Oh well.
Cecily sneezes.
Thank you once again for your time.
You're quite welcome. Take care.
You too. And I leave. And then I promptly put my head and just kind of lay it down on this stone, kind of doing like the head smack against a wall thing.
Donk. Donk. Donk.
Anyway.
Mascot just smiles for a moment. I don't know why.
He doesn't know why he's suddenly feeling so happy, but...
Yeah.
I put something in the chat to see if I'm able for a passive thing.
There are the shop surroundings.
He just...
I heard. Wait, I spaced out a bit and heard something about other shops having the thing. What?
No one know. I asked about if there was any other locations that this person would end up knowing about. Well, I kind of phrased it more like, I'm going to take a wild guess and say you don't know where these other 9 artifacts would be. She's like, nope. Only the council would know that.
We could ask Mascot's dad. He is an archaeologist or something. No, what did I say he was?
I don't fully remember.
Something about him knowing about artifacts and knowing how to find them. I don't remember.
We'll figure it out after the fact. But yeah, the apparently only the council knows where the other 9 could be located. But if this person ended up finding this one, well, who's to say that they don't have a way to track the other 9, right? So, we're kind of behind the 8 ball.
Where could we look? We could go back to the station.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the best way to go for right now. See if we can relay this information, and hopefully they will give us more projects. But there's a downside to this as well.
Yeah.
This small crime of a theft has just escalated. It would no longer be part of our division.
What do you mean?
Theoretically, if Drillhammer doesn't want this getting out, he might still leave it in our hands, but...
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta take the risk. I mean, we literally have nothing right now. We have no leads. We don't know where to go. We have to take this risk, or otherwise we're stone cold dead.
Yeah, and on top of that, there are other tasks that we can do in the meantime that could lead us back to this scenario as well. So, best course of action would definitely be to tell Drillhammer. What are your thoughts?
Police station?
I'm fine with PlayStation, but are you going to leave me behind?
Yes.
Okay.
But
So none of that was conversation. Okay.
No, that's out of character stuff.
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Aldrin basically goes off and does some other work for a little while, on account of the fact that I really need. I nearly passed out just now, so I'm gonna go sleep.
I mean, I think we're just about done for now.
Yeah.
Maybe a check-in at the office if you guys want to do that, but...
Yeah, a little check-in to relay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alright. I will then just give
We'll
me
need to
just a
keep
second.
that in mind. Welcome to a short session, or short episode today.
Well, I mean, this is part 3, so...
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we're still in the timer of part 3.
we're at 17 minutes of part 3.
That's fine.
If needs be, we can always combine this with, you know...
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with the second episode.
With a little intermission filler.
And the intermission and filler will be.
I'm not going to, though.
Future Nase. Prove past Nase wrong.
Why do you
At the
guys keep
office.
saying future Nase? Stop it. I'm not listening to you.
Well, no, you're not yet.
I won't be.
Navi, if you could please take Velvet to her cell.
Do I have to go down there?
Do you want me to go with you?
Newt.
Yeah, you remember what happened the last time I was in that place?
Right. I'm sorry for suggesting that.
Mhm, nice going.
Maybe I can take Velvet off your hands.
No, it's fine. I'll take it.
All right.
He grabs Velvet.
Way to show
Ariel,
initiative.
just like, why is everybody taking Velvet?
But Maska, are you sure you taking Velvet's a good idea?
Sure.
That's
It's the better idea than dealing with Drillhammer.
Later.
Yes, but
That's a good
last-
point. Cicely, you go escort with him.
Later. No, I'm leaving. I already got. Bye.
Cecily, go with him so Velvet doesn't kick him in the nuts. Alternatively, watch Velvet kick him in the nuts.
I hate babysitting duty.
Okay, so, this group is reporting into Drillhammer, I guess.
Yes.
Oh god, poor Ariel's gonna get ripped to shreds.
Come on. Let's go. About your... what you learned in your undercover operation. Come on. Good day, sir.
Anyway, out of character, I'm going to go and Newt, guys, and because Aldrin, I'll probably write something about the jobs Aldrin takes later. Anyway,
Alrighty.
Okay.
You could probably just post that in the text channel, and we can summarize that in session or something.
Or
Okay.
come up with suggestions for Niv to deal with, because she's GM.
sure. I'll give you a small list of neat little ideas.
All right.
All right, Newt.
Noon. Okay. Drillhammer looks up as you three enter, looks to Navi, looks to Iriel, looks to Nevin, and lets out a long sigh. I don't suppose someone is going to explain this?
I will, sir. So, apparently, whilst we were going to investigate this theft, the Velvet and Iriel here ended up teleporting into the middle of the scene, of which I don't know how they were capable of doing so, but they did. And we managed to capture the little thief, Velvet, thankfully. Any information as to what was going on during the time Iriel had infiltrated the thieves' den, and now she can explain, since she hasn't really told us. In the meantime, we also found out that the artifact that had been stolen was... I make sure that the door was closed. And I put up a little magic... Here. I end up doing this as well. Doot. To soundproof the door. Apparently, the artifact that was stolen was a special defense thing, defense power source of our city. One of apparently 10.
Great. Chief is not gonna like this.
And whoever did this left no traces of any form of magical energy, and there was no trail of magic residue or magic traces left in the air after they escaped. So they either escaped with somehow concealing such a large amount of mystical energy, or they ended up exploring the... or somehow teleported out of there after they got the artifact. Either way, it doesn't bode well, especially if they were not affected by these abilities or the protection charms.
He nods seriously and then looks over at Iriel. I hope you at least have some good news. I whispered do a thing, so...
Yeah, like, basically Ariel's just... just trying to calm down.
Abby put a reassuring hand on her shoulder.
She takes a breath. Okay. Location? Supposed to meet after collecting things. could bring there. Could bring friends there. Cause ambush? Maybe? Could work. Maybe not.
Oh, at least we have some good news out of it today. Good job, Iriel.
Oh, thank God. Alright.
Could have gotten more, didn't have time.
Considering the short notice and what happened,
My bad.
I'll take any good news at this point.
She nods. Was my plan. Was heat of the moment.
He nods and stands up. I'm going to discuss our next course of action with the chief. For now, you guys have some off time. Let the others know as well.
Thank you, sir.
Ariel raises her hand.
Yes?
Can I be with Velvet?
Considering that she's apparently currently in the prison, that may be somewhat difficult. But if you can find a way to get her to stop working for those thieves, maybe we can put her to use.
Ariel raises her hand again.
Yes?
Because switch sides for information, but still switch sides. Can I have timeout? In same place as Velvet. Mostly for timeout.
If that's what you want, okay. Like, he
kinda
looks a bit
smiles.
bewildered by this, but nonetheless seems willing to go along with it.
My character also looks a bit stunned by this proposal as well.
Basically, this is her way of, like, being able to be with Velvet and let Velvet know that, like, she's not getting off the hook because she knows everyone here, so Velvet still can trust Iriel. And so that, like, because Iriel also knows that she did something that was completely stupid and could have gone horribly wrong. So she should still be punished anyways.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So
All
this
right.
is her way of doing that.
Okay, so, with a criminal apprehended, a mystery uncovered, and a new party member to boot, I think this is a good stopping point.
Woohoo!
I hope you all enjoyed this somewhat action-packed episode of Magic and Mastermind. Oh god, I can't keep a straight face.
Yeah, that wasn't very action-packed, no. This rousing
It was more
investigation of character
Yeah.
interactions and personal
Yeah.
growth.
But anyway, see you guys next time.
Bye!
Bye.